Good morning, Jenny 5. How are you today? Let's start to answer weekend cheat number 4. Weekend cheat number 4. This is the weekend number 1 in April. Okay, let's start to solve it. Number 1. Complete the following statements. Number 1, the what is a muscular bump in the size of your what? What? Yes, the heart. Number 1, the heart. The heart is a muscular hollow organ. The heart is a muscular hollow organ in the size of your fist. The size of your fist. Okay, number 2, the circulatory system consists of what? You have to know that the circulatory system consists of 3 organs, which are number 1, the heart, number 2, the blood vessels, number 2, the blood vessels, and number 3, the blood and blood. So the circulatory system consists of heart, blood vessels, and blood. Number 3, what pumps the blood continuously throughout the body? What is the pump of the blood? So it's the heart. The heart pumps the blood throughout the body. The heart consists of how many chambers? How many chambers? 4 chambers. The heart consists of 4 chambers. Okay. Now, question number 2. Give reason. The circulatory system is very important. Why? What is the function of the circulatory system? What is the function of the circulatory system? The circulatory system, its function, because it transports the digested food oxygen gas and water to all the body cells or the body parts, body cells. And also, so this is number 1. Okay, also it, number 2, it transports the wastes and carbon dioxide gas to special organs to get rid of them. And also it helps in maintaining the body healthy. Okay. Number two, question number two, the two sides of the heart are separated by the wall. Why? What is the function of the wall? To avoid mixing the blood. Mixing the blood in both sides. In both sides. So the wall to avoid mixing the blood in both sides. Okay, here, write the scientific term. The upper chambers of the heart is called what? The upper chamber of the heart called atria or atrium. Atria, it's the plural of chambers. And number two, the artery that carry blood rich in oxygen gas to all over the body cells. What the artery? You studied that all arteries carry blood rich in oxygen except the pulmonary artery. So the aorta is an example of arteries which carry aorta, which carry the blood rich in oxygen gas to all the body cells. Number three, the structure that prevents the returning back of the blood from ventricles to atria. What is the structure? The structure is called valve. The valve, what is the function of the valve? It allows the blood to flow from atrium to ventricle and prevent returning back. Correct the underlying words. Number one here, the circulatory system consists of heart, blood, and two lungs. Correct the two lungs. So the circulatory system consists of heart, blood, and blood vessels. And blood vessels. Number two, the atria pump blood out of the heart. No. What pumps the blood out of the heart? The ventricle. The ventricle. The ventricles pump the blood out of the blood. What happens when there is no wall between the two sides of the heart? What happens when there is no wall? What is the function of the wall? Wall separates the right side and the left side to avoid mixing the blood. So if there is no wall, so the blood will be mixed together. The blood will be mixed together in both sides. Both sides. Okay. What happens when there is no valve? What happens when there is no valve between atrium and ventricle? What is the function of the valve? It prevents returning back, or it allows the blood to flow from atrium to ventricle and then prevent returning back. So if there is no valve, so the blood will return back. The blood will return back from ventricle from ventricle to atrium. Okay. We now label the opposite figure. Label the opposite figure. Number one is called what? Number one called, this is right side or left side? This is left side. So number one called left atrium. Number two called, number two, the structure between the atrium and ventricle that allow the blood to flow from atrium and to ventricle and prevent returning back. So it's called valve. Number three, what it is? The lower chamber. So it's called left ventricle. And number four called, this is right side. So it's called right side and lower chamber. So it's called right ventricle. Number five, the upper chamber in the right side. So it's called right atrium. And number six, what is this? This is the aorta. This is the artery that transports the blood to all over the body cells, which is called aorta. And the last one is number seven is pulmonary artery. Pulmonary and also pulmonary artery. Okay. Okay, Junior 5. Goodbye.